Hey guys. So that was the Wiltern you just saw there, one of those little historical buildings, cultural landmarks here in Koreatown in Los Angeles. So today, while I'm on my way back, all 2.8 miles, I'm going to tell you guys the story of the Armageddons Part 2. Now, as you may remember, from Part 1, the Armageddons is a secret government program developed in 1979, where in the event that the president or the governing body of America is compromised, launching a nuclear retaliatory strike in the case of a strike by a foreign country will be in the hands of a few selected American families. So in case you didn't get that, what that means is that if the president's been compromised and like say Russia launches a nuclear strike or some other country, it'll be up to American families to launch the retaliation. So that's where the Armageddons come in, because they were one of those families. They were selected in the 80s. And so to introduce you to them, there's Bradley, the father, there's Belinda, the wife, there's Bonnie, the teenage daughter, and there's Billy, the 5-year-old son, and Bunny, the blonde Labrador retriever. So now we'll continue with the Armageddons. So Bradley has decided that since their family is responsible for launching a retaliatory nuclear strike, and since the president has clearly been compromised, he needs to make sure that their 5-year-old son, Billy, is up to the task of launching the missiles in case the parents are absent or compromised. But he's not sure that Billy actually has what it takes to launch a nuclear strike, because he's young and untested. So he devises a way to, set up a test. So first, there's the family meeting where they open up the crates that have all the see, in the basement they have these specially sealed crates that they're only supposed to open in case the president's been compromised. And since the president has only recently been compromised, they're now opening the crates. And as Bradley explains to his family, including his rather dubious teenage daughter, these crates contain some of the most advanced technology ever known. So at least when they were, stashed there in the 80s. So they're opening these crates, and the first thing that he takes out is, look at this. With these little flat discs, we can communicate with each other anywhere in the world. We can even talk to each other in real time and see our faces on the little screens. Isn't that amazing? And Bonnie, their daughter, goes, Dad. What? Dad. Oh, never mind. Look, with this tablet, we can actually program and get a satellite overview of every map in the world, and the logistics for, the coordinates for every possible missile strike. Dad, it's called an iPad. Well, whatever, but they had this in the 80s. The 80s, imagine. Right, Dad. Okay, well, look at this. Look at this. They have this little device that when you squeeze the center button, the rest of it spins. It's called a twitch spinner. Dad, I'm going to lose my mind. Well, it's in case, there's stress where you're waiting for, whether or not to launch the missiles. You can relax, Dad, ungrateful youth. All right, well, that all aside, I think we've been compromised. I think Bunny is a Russian spy. Dad, Bunny is the dog. Yes, but I think the dog is a Russian spy. Well, that doesn't make sense, but I'll accept it. Anyway, I also think that we should possibly suggest maybe going down to one of the local forts and getting some resupplies and some extra armaments. Dad, I don't think we should be letting anyone know we're doing this. You could be right, for the sake of security. But, you know, I've been looking, and turns out we're pretty close to Fort Meade. They have over 250,000 soldiers deployed there. I think we should go there and maybe get some of their expert advice. I probably only have elite soldiers at Fort Meade. That's when his wife says, honey, don't you remember the briefing? They only send average soldiers to Fort Meade. Oh. Well, scratch that. So, anyway, I think that what we really need to know here is whether Billy's up to launching a nuclear strike on its unsupervised. Dad, he's only 5 years old. Don't you think we can leave him out of this? No, honey, every single one of us needs to be ready at any moment to launch an intercontinental retaliatory nuclear strike. So, what I've devised is that during the middle of his favorite cartoon show, I'm going to interrupt it with a missile launch from Russia. A simulated one, of course. And a big red button will slide out in front of him, and all he has to do is press it. Dad, don't you think this is a little crazy? You know, isn't it time for school, Bonnie? Why don't you get on off to school? There you go. Good girl. Turns to his wife, okay, Belinda. Set it all up. And then we'll drive off to the driveway and watch what he does. So they set everything up. They explained to Billy, now, Billy, we're going to leave you to watch cartoons while Mommy and Daddy go have a romantic outing. But if for any chance while you're watching, giant red letters come on the screen that flash on and off saying, the Russians have launched a nuclear strike, for the love of God, press the shiny red button. That's the only hope our nation will have. So, they leave Billy sucking his thumb. They pile into the car and drive over a street, drive over to a neighbor's house and park in their driveway. And then they turn on the nanny cam and watch. So they watch for like half an hour. And, when finally the little alarm comes on, Billy looks all confused. He's just staring. It's Russians. I don't think he understands, honey. Oh my God. If he doesn't press the button, our nation's doomed. Doomed, you hear? He's got to press that button. Billy, press it! Press it, Billy, for the love of God, press it! Honey, I think he can hear you. We're only a driveway over. Oh, for the love of God, press the button! For the love of all America, press the button! So, Billy just seems confused, sucking his thumb, And then, at the last possible second, he goes, whee! And he slams his fist on the little red button 6 or 7 times. And in the car, Dad just, Bradley just slumps back in relief. Oh, thank God. Thank God my son had what it take to launch a nuclear strike. Thank God. Oh, thank God. So then they drive back over and they go in, oh, Billy, we're so proud of you. And the sort of trip is Billy doesn't even seem to understand what's going on, right? But he's really happy. And then Belinda says, Bradley, that wasn't a real nuclear strike that he launched, right? He says, no. That just set off some test bombs in Napa Valley.